All right, hey guys, Jason here with Fat Fender Garage in Gilbert, Arizona, and I have a 1950, I think it's a 55. You put a 57 Ford grill on it, and so it confuses me a little bit because I have to look at grills to remember. So 1955 Ford F100, brought to us very similar to like what you see here. He had the Coyote motor sitting in it. He didn't have any air conditioning or some of the stuff right here. Kind of soft mock-up on all of his parts, and got to the point where he started to feel a little bit overwhelmed with that Coyote swap and all the electrical wiring. And this probably is the most electrical wiring we've actually ever done in a pickup truck, because anything you can think of, it's in this truck. So tons of stuff. Just as an example, there's probably about 20 different modules in this, and at least 25 to 26 different relays to make all this stuff work. So very complicated, and took a lot of time and obviously money to make it all work, but it's very cool. You got proximity door keys, so as you walk up to it, he doesn't even have to do anything. The door pops open, he grabs it because he's got shaved door handles, and it makes it super simple for him. So a lot of cool stuff. He doesn't have to push buttons, he just has to have the key in his pocket. So we got the Coyote motor installed, and as you can see, we've got the heater lines, we've got these zip tied down. A lot of times when you buy like a crate motor, you'll get these little foam things, but then you won't get these little plastic parts that you need, and so you kind of got to get those from the dealership so that you can get that. We actually sell a kit on our website that has the 3/4 inch quick release reducer down to 5/8. We sell it with a worm gear clamp or the heat shrink with the H pipe. Gets all these little components that you might need for your heater and coolant system to be able to tie into your Restomod air system. So this guy uses vintage air. That's what he had. It is a good product, but for us in our shop, we're dealers for Restomod air. We find they're just a little bit better in the quality. Built-in, designed custom air intake. We did a custom radiator lines because he had purchased this Ron Davidson radiator, which is one of the best, but typically that port would be over here. And so since it's in the center, we kind of had to loop around and get that tied in. Works great. It's an exceptional truck. This guy's got a lot of time into it. We're done with it with what he asked us to do, which is get everything working and running and driving, which it does. You can see we've got the JK tape we've got covered up on here because we're going to get ready to load this up on a trailer, and we're going to go deliver it to him. And at that point, he's going to finish putting the sheet metal on, take it over to Brian Klein Interiors, and have him finish up the interior on it. So very cool truck. Look forward to seeing this driving down the road and cruising here in the next couple months, and he's going to have a ton of fun driving this thing. So lastly, I'll just kind of show you under here, he's got bare brakes on this truck. So this cool little master cylinder, we've kind of plumbed it all right there. Now he's running a manual brake on this truck, and so everybody wonders what I do for brakes on my truck. You'll try to put your Coyote in here. You'll put the brakes under the floor, especially on these 53 to 56 trucks. The brake booster master cylinder is under the floor and the pedal comes up. And so that can actually make it a little bit tight when you go to run all your exhaust. You can still make that work, but in this application, he actually has some really nice 4-wheel disc brakes on this truck, and they're a little bit larger than that 11-inch, so he's up to 12 plus inches on rotors. And so when you do that, you can actually, whether it's through Bear or through Willwood, you can actually call them, talk to them, get everything sized proportionately correct, that when you run all this system, it actually works really well with manual brakes. And so you don't always have to have that brake booster mounted on your firewall. So definitely something to think about if you're doing a Coyote swap and you're in one of these older classic pickup trucks and you don't have a lot of room and you don't want that ugly booster to be shown. It's definitely an option for you to go that route, but you have to have a good quality brake system to start with. The Chinese made stuff, I wouldn't do that. I'd definitely have a booster. Otherwise you're just going to be working that one leg muscle, and you'll have this big giant leg and one small leg. So anyways, cool project. We're looking forward to go take it over and deliver it to him today. And the most exciting thing for this guy right here is he's got neighbors that have hot rods and they start them up all the time, and his has been sitting and waiting. He now can actually start his up, and he can open the cutouts on here, and he can actually be annoying like all of his other neighbors, which is what you like when you're building hot rods, is you want to be annoying when you want to be annoying. So anyways, looking forward to getting this to him, and stay tuned. We got a lot more Coyote projects. We do them from ground up, or we help guys like this that are super cool and just need a little bit of help to kind of get it to that next level. So stay tuned, more stuff coming from Fat Fender Garage in Gilbert, Arizona. Thanks.